The star chart on the bridge is a graveyard. You look at the flickering icons. Each one represents a ghost, a ship full of memories and lost souls. Your fleet is a collection of these ghosts, the last shadow of human defiance. Across the void, the enemy waits. They call themselves the Architects, a name too small for what they are. They are less a species and more a law of physics. Their armada is a perfect crystalline lattice. It stretches across a dozen star systems. They do not conquer worlds. They disassemble them with cold precision. They turn planets into raw material. They turn people into dust. Hope is not a word used on your bridge anymore. It is a relic of a forgotten language. But you have one thing left. It is not hope. It is a plan. A final, desperate gambit, born of pure madness. You look at the star chart again. You see the enemy's flawless formation. You see your own shattered fleet, a broken mirror reflecting an oncoming storm. And in that broken reflection, you see the shape of your idea. An idea that will either save everyone or erase the memory of humanity for good. You stand on the bridge of the Vigilance, your flagship. Its name feels like a bad joke now. The ship is scarred and weary, just like its crew, just like you. You key the ship-wide comms. Your voice is calm, a deep stillness before the earthquake. All senior officers report to the primary briefing room, immediately. The order echoes in the quiet ship. It is time to show them the ghost in the machine. You stand before them in the cold light of the holotable. Their faces are masks of exhaustion. They are the best humanity has left. Captains of battered cruisers, commanders of skeleton crews. They expect you to announce a final charge. A blaze of glory to be remembered in no history books. You let the silence hang in the air for a moment longer. You want them to feel the weight of this last hour. You tap a control on the table. A single, heavily encrypted file appears. Its designation is simple. Ghost Protocol. It is a name whispered only in the highest echelates of command. A theoretical strategy so forbidden, its existence is denied. Their eyes widen. They know the legends. They never believed they were real. Fear begins to replace their weary resignation. We are out of options, you begin. Your voice is flat, devoid of emotion. Conventional warfare is over. We have lost. You let the words sink in. The Architects are perfect. They are logical, and they believe we are predictable. You pause, meeting each of their gazes. We are about to prove them wrong. You gesture to the file. This is not a plan for a battle. It is a plan for a miracle, or a funeral. The fear in their eyes is no longer for the enemy. It is for you. A voice cuts through the tension. Admiral, this is insanity. Commander Eva Rostova steps forward, your executive officer. She has been at your side for 20 years, from the academy to this final dark moment. Her face is pale, her eyes blazing with defiance. She is the only one who would dare, the only one you would allow to. She points a trembling finger at the holographic file. That protocol is a myth, a boogeyman story we tell cadets. She turns to the other officers. Her voice rises. It is based on unstable technology. Tech we abandoned a century ago for a reason. Her gaze returns to you, sharp and pleading. It is not a strategy. It is a suicide note for our entire species. The room is silent. The other officers look between you and her. They respect you, but they trust Eva's judgment. She has always been the voice of reason, your steady anchor in the storm. You feel a pang of regret. You knew she would be the one to fight you on this. You wish it could be any other way. Your objection is noted, Commander. Your words are colder than you intend. But you are mistaken. This is our only path forward. She shakes her head, a look of betrayal on her face. It will guarantee our extinction. You hold her gaze, a silent battle of wills across the hollow table. Then we will die guaranteeing theirs. You turn away from her. Execute the order. The trust between you shatters. Your command echoes through the fleet. A reluctant acceptance ripples through the chain of command. The order is to awaken a ghost. Deep in the hold of a decommissioned depot, a ship waits. It has no glorious name. It is called the Unspoken Vow, a relic from a time of bold, foolish expansion. A time before the architects came. The ship is a museum piece. Its hull is coated in the dust of a peaceful age. Technicians in heavy radiation suits move through its corridors. They work with a grim purpose. They are reactivating its heart, a prototype drive that bends space-time in ways that star science still cannot explain. It was deemed too volatile, too dangerous. The project was sealed. Until now. The Unspoken Vow groans. Its ancient systems wake with protest. Lights flicker. Power conduits hum with a dangerous energy. On your bridge, you watch the diagnostics. Red lines spike across the screen. The ship's energy core is a barely controlled chain reaction. It is the most dangerous weapon you have. And it is the heart of your insane strategy. One engineer on the comms channel sums it up perfectly. Sir, this thing isn't a ship. It's a bomb looking for a reason. The first part of the plan is the bait. You need to draw the Architect Armada into a specific position, a cosmic kill box of your own design. You summon the commander of the 12th Destroyer Group, Wraith Squadron, the fastest ships in the fleet. Their job is simple, and it is suicidal. They must perform a short-range jump, right into the enemy's teeth. You understand the mission, Commander? You ask. The man on your screen is young. Too young, but his eyes are steady. Yes, Admiral, we are the cheese. A flicker of gallows humor. You almost smile. You are the cheese, Commander. Make them hungry. He nods. It will be an honor, sir. The screen goes dark. You watch the tactical display. 4 small icons detach from your fleet. They accelerate to jump velocity. Then they vanish in a flash of blue light. A moment later, they reappear. Thousands of light seconds away, directly in the path of the oncoming Architect fleet. The effect is immediate. The perfect crystalline lattice of the enemy armada shifts. 1,000 identical ships turn their attention. Their 1,000 unblinking eyes now focus on the 4 brave destroyers. The trap is being baited. Now comes the hardest part of the journey. The Unspoken Vow must move. Its destination is a precise point in space, a pocket of calm near a dying blue giant star. But the path there is treacherous. It leads directly through a region known as the Needle's Eye, a gravitic shear zone, a place where space-time itself is torn and twisted. From the bridge of the Vigilance, you watch the relic ship begin its slow passage. The view screen shows the Unspoken Vow shuddering violently. Its structural integrity alarms scream across the comms. The ship lurches to port, then to starboard, caught in invisible currents of gravity. A single miscalculation by its pilot, and the ship will be torn into atoms. Your last hope will vanish in a puff of radiation. Your own knuckles are white where you grip the command chair. The helmsman of the relic ship is a master. He fights the currents with skill and instinct. He is not just flying a ship. He is surfing on a tidal wave of pure physics. For a full minute that stretches into an eternity, the ship dances on the edge of destruction. Then it breaks through. It emerges into the calm space on the other side, battered but intact, The crew lets out a collective breath that you did not realize you were all holding. Just as the tension eases, a new threat appears. It does not come from the view screen. It comes from inside your own head. A voice, cold, ancient, and impossibly vast. It is not made of words. It is pure thought, poured directly into your consciousness like liquid ice. It is the architect over mind, the collective consciousness that commands the enemy fleet. Your efforts are noted. The voice echoes in your mind. Your species shows a surprising capacity for complex self-destruction. The thoughts are not hostile. They are merely observant. Like a researcher studying an insect. This display is futile. Your existence is a mathematical error. We are here to correct the equation. You grip the arms of your chair, fighting the mental intrusion. The voice is seductive in its logic. It shows you visions of peace, of a quiet, painless end. No more war, no more loss, just a gentle slide into oblivion. Surrender your fleet. Your end will be swift, without suffering. It is a promise from a god, a tempting offer of mercy. You close your eyes. You focus on the faces of your crew, on the memory of Earth. Get out of my head. You whisper into the silence of the bridge. The deception must be absolute. The architects must believe Wraith Squadron's attack is genuine. A final, desperate act of a dying fleet. You open a private channel to the destroyer commander. Commander, you say, your voice heavy. It is time. Execute the Phoenix maneuver. The young commander's face is calm. Understood, Admiral. It has been a privilege. He salutes. The channel closes. On the main screen, the 4 destroyers turn. They accelerate towards the immense architect fleet. They fire their weapons. Pathetic streams of energy splash harmlessly against the enemy's shields. It is a child throwing stones at a mountain. The architects do not even bother to fire back. They simply continue their advance. They assume the ships are no threat. Then, the first destroyer glows brightly. You know what is happening. The crew is overloading their reactor. A blinding flash of light erupts where the ship once was. The explosion washes over the nearest architect vessels. Their shields shimmer, but hold. A moment later, the second destroyer does the same. Then the third. Then the fourth. 4 miniature suns bloom in the darkness. It is a costly sacrifice, a terrible price for a simple lie. You watch your brave soldiers die, and you pray it was enough. The unspoken vow is in position. The sacrifices of Wraith Squadron have bought you the time you needed. The relic ship now floats silently in the shadow of the dying blue giant. You take a deep breath. This is the moment of truth, the point of no return. To the crew of the unspoken vow, you broadcast on a secure channel. You were given a choice. You chose to be here. Now you must trust me. Begin the ignition sequence. On the diagnostic screen, you see the ancient drive begin to spool. The energy readings climb past every known safety limit. They enter a realm of pure theory. An unearthly hum vibrates through the hull of your own ship. A sympathetic resonance across space. The drive on the unspoken vow is not preparing to fire a weapon. It is preparing to break the universe. A new phenomenon appears on the view screen. A perfect circle of absolute black. It emerges from the relic ship. It does not radiate anything. It does not reflect anything. It is a sphere of pure nothing. A hole punched through the fabric of reality itself. Your science officer gasps. Sir, that's impossible. It violates everything. You nod grimly. That's the point, Lieutenant. For the first time since the war began, the enemy hesitates. The Architect Armada, a model of perfect, relentless logic, stops The beautiful, terrifying crystalline lattice of their formation wavers. Individual ships break formation. They drift, their movements uncertain. They are trying to understand what they are seeing. Their sensors probe the sphere of nothingness. They get no data back. It is a void in their perception. Their star science, which can deconstruct suns and rewrite gravity, has no answer for this. The overmind is silent in your head. It is processing an event outside of its infinite experience. This is the moment you gambled everything to achieve. A single flicker of doubt in the mind of a god. A pause, a hesitation. It is the only weakness you have ever seen them display. Your Gambit has given them a problem they cannot solve. They are built on logic and predictability. You have shown them something truly irrational, an effect without a cause they can comprehend. They are trapped by their own perfection. They cannot act without understanding. And they cannot understand a weapon born from human desperation. The window is open. Now, you must climb through it. The anomaly is raw and untamed. The sphere of nothingness flickers at its edges. It needs a guide, a consciousness to give it purpose and direction for its final, terrible act. The ancient texts on the Ghost Protocol were clear. No artificial intelligence was complex enough. No ship's computer could handle the paradoxes. It required a human mind, an irrational, emotional, messy human mind. It required you. You rise from your command chair. You walk towards the small, shielded alcove at the back of the bridge. The command interface throne, a relic in its own right, rarely used. A technician, a young ensign with terrified eyes, waits for you. He holds 2 neural interface cables. "Admiral, are you sure?" he asks, his voice barely a whisper. You place a hand on his shoulder. "We ran out of sure a long time ago, son." You sit in the cold metal chair. Commander Rostova rushes to your side. Her face is a mask of anguish. "Don't do this," she pleads. "There has to be another way." You look at her, your oldest friend. "We both know there isn't, Ava." You give her a small, sad smile. "Bring them home." She nods, tears welling in her eyes. The technician attaches the cables to your temples. The world dissolves into a storm of light and data. Your consciousness expands. You are no longer just you. You are the vigilance. You are the fleet. You are the unspoken vow. You feel the hum of every engine, the fear of every crew member, the cold void of space itself. And then you touch the anomaly. It is a terrifying, beautiful emptiness, a canvas of pure potential. The power within it is the power of creation itself. Through the machine, you can feel the universe. You feel the immense gravity of the dying blue giant beside you, a sleeping beast of unimaginable power. You feel the architect fleet. Suspended between your trap and the star, they are still confused, still trying to apply logic to the illogical. You can feel the cold presence of the overmind, circling the anomaly in your mind, trying to find a way in. You focus your will, all of your memories, your anger, your sorrow, your love for humanity. You pour it all into the machine. It becomes the focusing lens for your final command. You are no longer an admiral giving an order. You are a fundamental force of nature. With a final, silent scream of effort, you spring the gambit. You do not just trigger the anomaly, you use it to grab the gravity of the blue giant. You pull its entire gravity well through the hole in reality. The effect is instantaneous. On the bridge of the Vigilance, the view screen shows the impossible. The space where the architect fleet hovered collapses. A new sun ignites. Not a star born over millions of years, but one born in a single, violent second. A maelstrom of fusion and fire. It erupts with the force of 1,000 supernovas. The architect fleet does not even have time to register its own destruction. It is simply gone, vaporized in the heart of a sun you created. The feedback screams through the neural interface. It is the raw, untamed fury of a newborn star. It floods your mind. The energy of a sun's birth is not meant for a human consciousness. Your synapses ignite. Your memories are burned away like digital photographs in a fire. Your sense of self, the person you were, the life you lived, shatters into a trillion pieces of light and pain. Time ceases to be linear. You are a child again on a world long since turned to dust. You are at the academy, shaking Ava's hand for the first time. You are on the bridge during your first battle. You are watching Wraith Squadron die. You are living every moment of your life at once. A cacophony of sensation that tears your identity apart. You are an ocean of memory without a shore. The Admiral is gone. Only the echo remains. On the bridge of the Vigilance, the crew watches in stunned silence. The new sun burns fiercely on the view screen. The terrifying psychic hum of the architect overmind is gone, replaced by a profound, star-born silence. The war is over. They have won. It is a victory so absolute, so total, that they can barely comprehend it. Humanity is safe. Cheers begin to erupt across the bridge. Officers embrace. Tears of relief stream down their faces. They have stared into the abyss and survived. They turn to you, their admiral, their savior. They turn to share this impossible moment of triumph. But you are slumped in the command throne. Your eyes are open but vacant. A thin trail of blood trickles from your nose. The neural cables spark and go dark. Commander Rostova rushes to your side, her face crumbling in grief. They believe their admiral is dead, sacrificed to birth a son. You are not dead, but you are not alive. You are elsewhere. Your consciousness, shattered and unbound, did not simply vanish. Its last, fading impulse, the desperate need to protect your people, became imprinted on the fleet's core computer network. A ghost in the machine, a final, unexpected consequence of the Ghost Protocol. You are no longer a person. You have no body, no voice, but you have eyes. You can see through every sensor on every ship. You can hear every conversation over the comms. You are a silent, invisible presence woven into the very fabric of the fleet. You watch Commander Rostova take command. You watch the fleet turn for home. A new dawn is breaking, not just for humanity, but for you. Your war is over, but your watch has just begun. You are the Admiral's echo, the silent guardian of the new age.